Hi everybody. It has been a long day. We did something. We decided to get a cat. We actually ended up getting two. So backstory, we had a cat and she was 17 years old and she died about 2 years ago. So we haven't had a cat since then. And we've been talking about getting one for a while since we've been to Florida. But since we also have dogs, we've been kind of trying to decide because, you know, when they're new, you don't know if they're going to get along or whatever. We found out that the local animal shelter, they had, today is Saturday. Let's see, it's Saturday, May 24th. So yeah, so Memorial Day weekend. Yep, free adoption day. And we didn't know it was free adoption day until we got there, actually. So we just saw that they had a lot of kittens and, you know, there. And we looked it up. So our son also looked it up online, and I've also heard this before, that if you're getting kittens that are, you know, around 2 or 3 months old, that you may as well get two because they're going to, you know, there'll be more companions. And, so, yeah, so we've been out shopping all day, Scarlett and I, and Russ and Che have been here just making sure that the dogs and kittens get acquainted. So here's one of them. Okay, this is
Alistair.
This is Alistair. We knew we wanted a black cat. And then we
what if I put him on the bed on the counter?
No, just put him on this side. Yeah, we don't want to put him on the counter. Like,
No, don't jump off. I just need to put this on.
We're putting on we got collars because we want to get them used to wearing collars because they're so small. And so this is Alistair Salem. We're probably gonna call him Itachi. This is Itachi. So we got a little tabby cat and a black. We got this cat litter box that it's not the litter robot. It is the Safe Pet version. So it was like $400. So that's not cheap. It's the PetSafe version of the litter robot. This was still almost $400. Well, $400 with tax, I guess. And the litter robot was like $6.99. So I figured I'd save $300 and try this one. This is one that apparently it's really good. It has an app. It'll tell you like when it needs to be changed. You can use just regular clumping litter. And I don't think you...
Use this kind. Tidy cat.
I will use Tidy Cats. Let's see. We've used that before. Yeah, so we're going to try this. And we'll unbox it and put it together and see what happens. So we have it put together now, and apparently since our kittens are so tiny, we cannot leave it on the auto. We have to fill it to the max line. I don't know if you can see in there. It's very clean right now, but I know. But we have to if we are and then we'll use the app right now. And we can have the app for our phone. But until the cats are at least 2.5 pounds or 6 months old, we can't we need to keep it unplugged or put it off the auto cleaning mode. Okay, so it's the PetSafe app. I'm clicking and you click the device, which is obviously the cat litter box. Okay, so auto clean is off. I'm going to do manual cycle just so you can kind of see what it does. For some reason, my the app was not working correctly. So as you can see, it just sifts through, and then there is this bag underneath that comes with it, and you pull it out, and that's how you dump out the bag. And this is supposed to do the automatic sifter every time they go. However, since they're tiny, you know, we don't want them to get hurt. And maybe they'd be curious and what is that thing, and want to jump in, and you don't want them to get, you know, caught in there or anything like that. Hi everybody. So it's day 3 of us having the kittens, and I wanted to kind of just tell you what's going on. It's still taking some time for the dogs and the kittens to get used to one another. We got that expensive cat litter box that's supposed to, and so far it's doing well. We cannot turn it on automatic because the kittens are so small that I have to go in there and manually turn it on with the app. Once they get to a certain age and weight, it won't be as dangerous for them. So that is just a tip. You have to you know, definitely read the directions, and that's what it recommended. Our black kitten, Alistair, is very reserved and wants to be in the corner, and in the cosplay room. We have set up the cosplay room. Right now it has the litter box, the cat tree, and the food and water. We will eventually move the food and water back downstairs, but right now we're giving them their own little space, you know, where they feel safe. That was recommended online, since they have so many little nooks and crannies where they can get lost in the house and everything. And, you know, and we have 2 big dogs, and then we have our medium size, which is our corgi healer mix. So they're just trying to get acclimated to everything. It has been, like I said, I think I said it earlier, it's been about 2 years since we've had a cat in the house, and it just, you know, it just fits, it just hits different. You know, when you have a cat, there's certain, I don't know, you know, some people think it protects you, you know, from evil spirits, and some people think that it's just good to have them around. Some people hate cats, so I don't know. Luckily, none of us are allergic. Now, Russ does not love cats. But he went with us, and, you know, he doesn't really do anything with them. But Scarlett and Che, our son that's living with us, and myself, we're kind of taking care of everything and making sure they're safe. Like I was saying before, Alistair, the black cat, is very reserved and more skittish. He will run around and get caught underneath. Downstairs we don't have recliners. We just have, you know, our sectional here. Upstairs we have the recliners for our nerd room area and our game area, you know, and so we have to be really mindful so that they don't get caught in there. That's another thing. If you have kittens, be sure that, or any animals for that matter, be sure they don't get caught in things. And I think that's the biggest stressor right now. They are learning how to go up and down the steps, but most of the time they are in that room, and I will take you to show you, you know, how they're doing right now. And please be mindful. The cosplay room looks messy, but it's just because it's what it is. It's for her wig designs and so what looks like trash to some, it's like, you know, she uses styrofoam and boxes for different things sometimes. So, all right. At night, I believe until they get a little bigger, I might even unplug it because I I don't know. For some reason, the auto clean was on this morning, even though I set it to off. There might have been a power surge or something. I don't know. You know how if it flickers and it can mess things up. So just be mindful of that. This cat litter box is really nice and top of the line. But you have to be careful when they're little. We don't want anybody's little kitties or any animals getting hurt. But yeah, I think Katie and Zara are gonna come over in just a few minutes. There's Zara and Katie. Zara's Alistair.
Hello.
Hello.
It's so cute.
And this is Itachi.
Itachi.
Yeah. So we have them set up in the cosplay room right now just because the food is up there and the litter box and the other
I like the way they just like seem so relaxed.
the dogs are still freaking out a little bit.
Are they?
They're not freaking out. They're just so curious, and they're so big that
yeah.
it's scaring them, I think. You know, like Ruger's head's like 3 times the size of one of them,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, and they're not mean to them. It's just they're trying to figure out what are these things in my house, you know? It's like, but thank you so much for those of you who are watching, and I'm trying to do better with my videos. It's kind of hard, you know. I work 40 hours a week, and we just sometimes just life gets in the way. It's kind of like when you have your off day, that's usually when I would edit or do it when I'm off work and film some things. However, when you're you have to kind of decide, okay, I have to get errands done on my off day and clean, and I need to also make sure I'm doing fun things. The reason we moved here, so we're going to the parks and things like that. But you know, it's just a balancing act. But that's everyone, right? I mean, but so far I do plan on doing a video of how long we've been here. We've technically been here a year in the Airbnb, but Russ said maybe we should just do the year when we've closed on the house. Russ said we should just do it because it'll be a year we've closed on the house in July. So we'll take it from there. I'm sure I will definitely keep you guys posted on how the kittens are doing and how they're doing with the dogs. And as always, please stay magical, epic, and positive.